For millions of years, the Amazon has been an impenetrable fortress of life. But the latest reports are sending out a distress signal that cannot be ignored. The Amazon, the world's largest rainforest, the green lung that provides oxygen for every breath we take, is exhausted. In just 1 century, the march of agriculture, massive mining operations, and urban expansion has gnawed away 20% of its area. One-fifth of its life has vanished forever. The figure from this past July is a shock. 666 square kilometers of forest were wiped out. To put that into perspective, it's equivalent to hundreds of thousands of soccer fields flattened in just 30 days. That's a painful 33% increase compared to the same period last year. Leaving behind the dry numbers and devastated patches of forest, we step into a world where biodiversity reaches extreme levels. The Amazon is not just a habitat, it is a never-sleeping ecological city, where every square millimeter holds either a struggle or a miraculous symbiosis. At the heart of the Amazon, where all biological rules seem long established, a strange figure appears. The hornbill. With a casque as solid as the armor of ancient warriors, they dominate the upper canopy, a realm even birds of prey like eagles approach with caution. According to all records of evolution, this bird has never belonged here. For millions of years, vast oceans have stood as a barrier separating hornbills from the South American continent. The Amazon has always been the kingdom of toucans, while hornbills are the spirit of the ancient forests of Africa and Asia, half a world away. The harsh environmental changes in their native Africa, Asia, where primary forests are withering, have pushed a small group of these pioneers into an unimaginable journey. Riding the turbulent winds of tropical storms, they crossed thousands of miles of ocean to reach the Amazon. A massive flock of hornbills. Their number is estimated at over 40 individuals, an unthinkable figure for this climate refugee species in a new land. They have crossed thousands of miles of stormy ocean, carried by abnormal warm air currents, and now they are claiming the richest resources of the rainforest. The feast begins. With beaks as hard as stone, They crush even the toughest fruit shells with ease. A display of raw power that is both brutal and mesmerizing. At first, the atmosphere is calm, but soon, as the fruit supply dwindles, competition emerges. Larger birds puff up their feathers, let out harsh calls, and lunge forward to claim their place. The clacking of beaks colliding, wings beating forcefully against the air, creates a chaotic scene. A few weaker individuals retreat, dodging and avoiding, while the stronger ones seize the best positions on fruit-laden branches. In a forest that seems silent, a fierce yet natural struggle for survival unfolds, an inevitable part of wildlife. Hidden among the dense canopies of the Amazon, the kinkajou, also known as the honey bear, appears as a creature both strange and adorable. With large, round eyes adapted to nocturnal life, soft golden brown fur, and a uniquely long tongue, it moves gently from branch to branch like a shadow. Quiet and non-confrontational, the kinkajou silently seeks out clusters of flowers and beehives. It extends its long tongue, skillfully licking up each drop of sweet nectar, a precious source of energy deep in the forest. Beyond nectar, it also feeds on ripe fruits, helping disperse seeds and sustain the life of the forest. The kinkajou's climbing ability is remarkable. With its long, prehensile tail acting like a third arm, it can easily hang from branches, moving with agility while rarely touching the ground. Its life is closely tied to the forest canopy, a place both safe and full of food. The Amazon is not only the green lung of the earth, but also home to dozens of unique monkey species, among the most diverse in the world. If the Amazon is a grand stage, then monkeys are its most proud acrobatic performers. Look at this remarkable tail, a perfect fifth limb. It is strong enough to support the monkey's entire body weight as it hangs upside down to pick ripe fruit from the thinnest branches. Spider monkeys are the most important seed dispersal engineers, ensuring the regeneration of valuable tree species in the Amazon. But in the Amazon, strength is not measured by agility alone. It is also measured by sound. This is the howler monkey, the loudest land animal. Its call can travel up to 5 kilometers through the dense forest. It is not just a mating call. It is a sharp warning sent to all rivals. This is my territory. Do not dare to enter. A symphony of survival, a way to assert dominance without the need for bloodshed. A family of spider monkeys swinging through the branches suddenly comes to a halt. Ahead of them, a vast stretch of forest, 666 square kilometers, has been flattened, leaving behind only bare stumps and patches of red soil. They stand at the forest's edge, staring blankly into the empty expanse where no trees remain to carry them forward. They have no choice but to turn back into the forest. This baby monkey is only a few months old. To it, the forest is an endless playground. Every branch is a challenge, every leaf a toy. It is enjoying absolute freedom, completely unaware of the dangers lurking ahead. But the Amazon never sleeps. From above, a phantom of the sky is watching. The harpy eagle, the ultimate predator of the canopy. It returns to its nest high atop a towering ancient tree. There, its young are waiting to be fed. The adult uses its powerful beak to tear the food into pieces, then feeds each of its chicks in turn. That is a very natural part of life in the forest. Every species has its role in the ecosystem. Some search for food, others raise the next generation. Together, they form a balanced cycle that allows the Amazon rainforest to maintain its diversity and vibrant life. Alongside the monkeys, the Amazon rainforest is also home to a very special animal, the anteater. With its unique appearance and unusual behavior, it is one of the most extraordinary characters of this tropical forest. Anteaters possess a tongue that can reach up to 60 centimeters in length, but that is not the most remarkable thing. They can extend and retract their tongue up to 160 times per minute. This speed allows them to consume thousands of ants before the colony can retaliate with venom. They have no teeth for chewing. Instead, they use hard folds in the roof of their mouth to crush insects. A gizzard-like stomach. Their stomach has strong muscular structure similar to a bird's gizzard. They often swallow sand and small pebbles to help grind the tough chitin shells of ants and termites inside their stomach. Because ants and termites provide very few calories, anteaters have evolved to become one of the most energy-efficient mammals. Their body temperature is only about 32.7 degrees Celsius, much lower than other mammals, typically 37 to 38 degrees Celsius. They move slowly and sleep up to 15 hours a day to conserve energy. Their bushy tail is not only used for balance, but also acts like a warm blanket. When sleeping, they curl up and cover their body with their tail to retain heat and camouflage themselves like a pile of dry leaves. If the anteater is a master of passive defense, then the Amazon jaguar is the uncrowned king of the tropical rainforest. It is the largest cat in the Americas and possesses biological traits perfectly designed for apex hunting. Unlike many other cat species, jaguars are excellent swimmers. They are often found near rivers and swamps and can move easily through water to hunt for food. This adaptability makes them highly versatile predators in a wide range of environments. The patterns on a jaguar's coat are not just for beauty, but are a sophisticated camouflage technology. The key difference between a jaguar and a leopard is that jaguars' rosettes contain small black dots in the center. This pattern perfectly mimics the interplay of light and shadow filtering through the forest canopy, making them almost invisible to their prey. In the Amazon, a small percentage of jaguars carry the melanistic gene, resulting in completely black individuals. Under sunlight, their hidden patterns can still be seen, making them true phantoms of the night. Beneath the water, a caiman lies still, with only its eyes and nostrils visible above the surface. Everything unfolds in near total silence. Then, the scene returns to its natural stillness. The river continues to flow, and the forest resumes its familiar sounds. It is a very characteristic moment of the Amazon, where everything happens quietly yet powerfully, in a constantly moving natural cycle. Jaguars are highly territorial animals and live solitary lives. They mark their territory with urine, feces, and deep claw marks on tree trunks to warn intruders. A male jaguar can control an area of up to 100 square kilometers, depending on prey density. They only meet during the breeding season, after which the female raises the cubs alone, teaching them every skill from hunting on land to diving underwater. Among the indigenous tribes closely connected to the heart of the Amazon rainforest, the Yanomami, living along the border of Brazil and Venezuela, have one of the most profound and mysterious spiritual relationships with jaguars. They believe that the souls of the most powerful shamans, after death or during trance states, can transform into jaguars to protect the community or communicate with forest spirits. If a jaguar appears near the village, the shamans perform yakuana rituals, using herbal substances to enter a trance state to consult the spirits. They believe the jaguar's presence signals an upcoming event, a successful hunting season, a warning of enemies, or an imbalance in the forest. In sacred dances, the Yanomami often use bird feathers, pigments made from uricum fruit, and create patterns that mimic jaguar markings. Wearing the traits of the jaguar is their way of absorbing the power of this forest spirit. The existence of jaguars today is being threatened by deforestation and illegal gold mining. For the Yanomami people, the loss of jaguar territory is not only a decline in biodiversity, but a bleeding of the spirit. Therefore, tribes like the Yanomami are acting as the last guardians, using their spiritual beliefs to resist the encroachment of the modern world and to protect ecological corridors for their deity. High above, over the river and the dense forest canopy, the Amazon sky suddenly becomes vibrant with the appearance of macaws. Their large wings spread wide, carrying bright red, blue, and yellow colors against the green backdrop of the forest. They fly in pairs or small groups, creating vivid streaks of color gliding across the sky. The sound of macaws rings out clearly and carries far, breaking the silence below. Their calls are an inseparable part of the forest, both lively and full of vitality. They often perch on high branches where sunlight shines directly. There, macaws use their strong beaks to crack seeds, eat fruit, and occasionally interact with one another through friendly gestures. Macaws are considered a symbol of eternal love in nature. They form monogamous pairs and stay bonded for life, which can last up to 50 to 60 years. You will always see them flying in pairs. If one flies ahead, the other follows closely behind, creating the image of vibrant streaks of color slicing through the Amazon sky. Macaws are extremely noisy, with their distinctive screeching calls. Their cries can carry for miles. When jaguars or eagles appear, macaws act as broadcast stations, alerting the entire forest to approaching danger. Alongside the wild beauty of the Amazon rainforest, with jaguars, monkeys, and macaws, the forest is also facing a major challenge from humans. According to recent information, Brazil has implemented a new policy to control deforestation. Banks are now required to carefully review agricultural loan applications, using satellite data to determine whether farms are linked to forest degradation. If signs of violations are detected, borrowers will have difficulty accessing government financial support. This regulation is seen as a financial shield, aimed at limiting activities that harm the Amazon rainforest. This is extremely important, as the Amazon is not only home to species such as jaguars, caimans, and macaws, but also plays a major role in regulating the global climate. However, the policy has also sparked debate, especially from the agricultural sector, which argues that such controls could affect production and income. Despite differing opinions, one thing is clear: to preserve the vivid scenes of jaguars stalking along the river, macaws soaring brilliantly in the sky, and countless other species, protecting the Amazon rainforest cannot be delayed. If the forest disappears, that entire extraordinary ecosystem will gradually disappear as well.